Welcome back to another episode of Daily Fortnite, your daily podcast about Fortnite. I'm your host, Mikey, aka Mike Daddy, aka Magnificent Mikey. Okay, so we had version 15.50 released today, and of course, it was that rapid fire SMG that was released. So we know that is what we got in the version 15.50 update. The other change that's going on in the update is the 0 point is looking like it's more active, or it's like breaking. I don't know what the word is to use to describe it, but it's like it's looking like there's some more activity happening at the 0 point. So go check that out. I guess I'll mention a challenge tip here since we're talking about the 0 point. That's our next challenge tip that we were going to get to is a very simple one of enter the 0 point, and yeah, just jump out of the battle bus and then head and go right into the 0 point when you do that. There's a lot more news to get through though, so let's get to the rest of the news. Like we said, the rapid fire SMG unvaulted, 0 point breaking. Oh yes, and there was this piece of news I wanted to mention. So the laser beam tournament it's being changed for Oceania. Everybody else, it's going to remain the same, but for Oceania players, it is now February 3rd. Or not February, we're in March. Oh my goodness. It's going to be March 3rd now instead of March 4th. So yeah, they say knockbacks have already started. We've moved Laser and Fresh's Super Knockback Tournament to Oceania, for Oceania to March 4th instead of March 3rd. All other regions remain on March 3rd. Okay, sorry, I had it backwards there. So everybody else, we're staying for March 3rd for the tournament. Oceania, you are going to be March 4th for the Laser Super Knockback Tournament, so that you can win laser beams, Icon Series bundle for free before it releases, or when it releases, I guess. Let's see here. And then in other news, let's go ahead and let's mention this here, and then we'll get to it in the item shop and look at it in closer detail. But yes, we have the Mr. Fresh bundle got dropped. His icon locker bundle. So the thickest and freshest locker bundle in Fortnite. Grab Mr. Fresh Asian's handpicked locker bundle in the shop now. Yeah, we'll get to that in the item shop when we get there. The other piece of news that I wanted to talk about for today for the update is the creative part of the update. There was a creative update for version 15.50, and this seems like the biggest part of this update, so let's get to it. So they say, hey Fortnite creators, with the version 15.50 patch today, we wanted to share a few updates on large islands and more. Large islands in the version 15.50 update. Large islands will be introduced. These islands are 155 by 155 tiles, or about 25% larger than the previous island. This will open up even greater possibilities within your creative games. If you've had a creative idea that needs just a bit more room to make happen, now's your chance to think big. We'll continue to explore more opportunities to expand the size of islands, and we'll share more on that in the future. Creative Hub localization. Want to reach as many players as possible? One way to make sure your content can be enjoyed by everyone is to ensure your in-game text is optimized for every region. In the coming weeks, we will begin to localize some of your featured content into the 13 languages available in Fortnite. Featured hubs are up first, with plans to localize featured games in the future. In order for content to be localized, your language must be set to English the first time you publish. Below are specific steps to follow. Make sure all billboard fonts are in Burbank. In the main Fortnite settings, ensure language is set to English. Save and close settings. Verify language is set to English, and you may need to reset your system for this to take effect. Begin a creative server. Enter the island or hub you plan to submit. Publish the island. At this point, you can change your language back to your default language. Let's see here. Currently, localization can only be provided for billboards using Burbank font. All other fonts are incompatible with other languages at this time. Longer term are the plans to implement a system that won't require this workaround. In the meantime, taking this extra step will help make sure you don't miss out. And then there's some bug fixes that we have for the rest of the post, but we're not going to go over those. But yeah, so there's a creative update. Hopefully you guys are getting in there and making a lot of fun maps. I know, like I said, on our Sunday early bird customs and creatives, we've been having a time playing in those zone wars and box fight maps. So I'd love to see some more. I mean, I don't even remember whose it was that we played, but we did play somebody's map that they made for gunfight, and we had a fun time doing that as well. So I'd love to see the community's creations, especially now that they have bigger maps and more room to make even better things. Let's see here. We already did a challenge tip. So, oh, you know what? We never went over the LTMs, but they're still the same, right? One shot duos, score royale squads. Looks like Team Rumble Unvaulted is here, so we didn't have that before. So that is fun that you have the Unvaulted, because you have a bunch of weapons in there that we haven't seen in a while. And then we still have that Finest's realistic 2v2 for the community creation. Now let's go ahead and head over onto that item shop, and then we'll start off out at the bottom, just reminding you the flash bundle is still here, the in space bundle is still here. We have the supersonic outfit with the gauge back bling for 2,000 V-bucks. We have the whiteout outfit with the ignition back bling for 1,500. The Star Wand harvesting tool for 800. The Pickin' emote for 500. The Billy Bounce emote for 500. The Finger Guns emote for 200. We have the Say So emote for 500. The Sunbird outfit with the Sun Wings back bling for 1,200. The Sunrise glider for 800. The Mesmer outfit with the Hypnotic backbling for 1,200. The Axe Tech harvesting tool for 800. The Scarlet Serpent outfit with the Double Fang backbling for 1,200. The Fearless Fangs harvesting tool for 500. The Sky Serpent glider for 800. Let's see here, and then now we can get to Fresh's Locker. In Fresh's Locker, it's going to include the Instinct outfit with the Reaction Tank back bling, the Fresh Cut harvesting tool, the Bubbly Wrap, and the Pumpernickel emote. So you'll get all of those items for 1,900 V-bucks in the bundle. That is 800 V-bucks off total if you were to get these all separately. If you want to get them all separately, you can get the Instinct outfit with the Reaction Tank backbling for 1,200, the Fresh Cut harvesting tool for 500, the Bubbly Wrap for 500, the Pumpernickel emote for 500. So yeah, that is a really good bundle there, if you ask me. So go ahead and get that, and then for any and all of the other items in the item shop, you can use code MikeDaddy, MMMIKEDADDY, and some of the proceeds will go to help support the show. Now let's go ahead and get to our tip of the day. And because that rapid fire SMG is back, I know I just recently, of course, in a recent episode talked about how I'm not carrying SMGs this season because they seem so weak. Well, we have possibly not just the strongest SMG, but one of the strongest weapons in the game back in here, which happens to be a SMG. So I'm back to carrying SMGs now. Get that rapid fire SMG. I'm carrying an AR, shotgun, and an SMG again because you got that rapid fire SMG. That thing is so ridiculously powerful. Especially if you upgrade it. In fact, you need to upgrade it. I would land in areas I can think of Caddy Corner, That's the one off the top of my head, actually, right now that I can think of. But look them up and figure out which NPC characters you can upgrade at, and upgrade your SMG to purple or gold. Every time you have that rapid fire SMG, you should be going and upgrading it to purple and gold, because they just shred right through builds. They shred right through people. So get those gold and purple rapid fire SMGs. And another thing is, if you really want to adjust your loadout, you could just carry two weapons again. I mean, like I said, I kind of been carrying it like that in the first place, but you could just carry this rapid fire SMG and a shotgun alongside it, and be pretty good from there. And then you use your other 3 slots for heals and mobility items or explosives, because that rapid fire SMG, even though it doesn't hit for very hard from far away, it does enough damage that it's really going to make your opponents worried and annoy your opponents enough until you can W key that opponent and get up close, and just like I said, once you're up next to him, shred right through him with that rapid fire SMG. And if you have that rapid fire SMG in your inventory, you should be pushing forward on everybody. You shouldn't be being passive aggressive with that weapon at all. You should just be aggressive. But yeah, a fun weapon to have back in the game, and make sure you're upgrading it so that you can get the full advantage of it. All right, guys, that's the episode for today. So make sure you go join that daily Fortnite Discord and hang out with us. Follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. It's Mike Daddy on all of those. Head over to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star rating and a written review for a shout out on the show. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And until next time, have fun, be safe, and don't get lost in the storm.